Imagine a robot that doesn't just walk like a human, but can actually change its size, crawl through tight spaces, float on water, swim like a living creature, and even lift itself into the air. Now imagine this isn't a concept or a scene from a science fiction movie. This is real. And it's happening right now in China. And what makes this even more exciting is that this isn't just one experimental machine hidden inside a lab. This is part of a much bigger shift that is quietly redefining what robots are capable of in the real world. Welcome back to Verve AI, where we explore the future of artificial intelligence and technology in a way that's easy to understand but impossible to ignore. Today's story is something that genuinely feels like the beginning of a new era. Because for years, humanoid robots have been stuck in controlled environments, carefully walking on flat surfaces or performing rehearsed movements for demonstrations. But now, everything is changing. Robots are stepping out of labs and into unpredictable environments, and they're doing it in ways we've never seen before. At the center of this breakthrough is a robot called GrowHR, developed by researchers at the Southern University of Science and Technology in Shenzhen. What makes GrowHR so different isn't just what it can do, but how it's built. Most humanoid robots today rely on rigid, metal-like skeletons that are strong and stable but lack flexibility. These designs work well in controlled environments, but they struggle when things get messy, which is exactly what the real world is like. Uneven terrain, narrow spaces, debris, and constantly changing conditions make it difficult for traditional robots to operate effectively. GrowHR takes a completely different approach by drawing inspiration from the human body, specifically human bones. Now, bones aren't just hard structures. They are incredibly sophisticated systems that combine strength, flexibility, and the ability to grow. GrowHR mimics this concept by using what researchers call growable linkages, a combination of soft expandable materials, tension cables, and rigid connectors that allow the robot to change its shape while maintaining stability. This design allows GrowHR to do something that almost no humanoid robot can do. It can expand its height by nearly 3 times its original size, reaching over 1 meter tall when fully extended. At the same time, it can shrink itself, reducing its width by more than half and lowering its height to squeeze into extremely tight spaces. Just think about the implications of that. In disaster situations where buildings collapse and people are trapped under debris, access is often the biggest challenge. Traditional machines simply can't reach those areas, and even humans struggle. But a robot that can shrink, crawl through narrow gaps, and then expand again to perform tasks could completely change how rescue missions are carried out. This isn't just a technical achievement, it's a potential lifesaver. But GrowHR doesn't stop at shapeshifting. Its movement system is just as revolutionary. Instead of relying solely on motors like traditional robots, it combines mechanical motion with structural transformation. When its expandable body and motors work together, the robot becomes significantly more efficient and faster. Researchers have observed that this combined system can improve movement performance by over 1,000 times compared to using just one method alone. That tells us something important. The future of robotics isn't just about making parts stronger or faster. It's about combining different technologies in ways that amplify each other, creating entirely new possibilities. And then we get to the part that almost sounds impossible. GrowHR is not limited to land. Because of its lightweight and adaptive structure, it can float on water and even swim. More incredibly, it can move across the surface of water, essentially walking on it at a controlled speed. And if that wasn't enough, the robot can also be equipped with external propulsion systems like ducted fans or quadrotors, allowing it to achieve short bursts of flight. That means a single humanoid robot can operate on land, in water, and in the air. This level of versatility is something we've rarely seen before. In real-world scenarios, especially in emergency situations, the environment is unpredictable. A robot might need to move through rubble, cross flooded areas, or reach elevated locations. Having one system that can adapt to all of these conditions is a massive advantage. But GrowHR is only one part of a much larger transformation happening right now. While researchers are redefining what a single robot can do, companies are also figuring out how to scale these systems and make them work together. One of the most impressive examples comes from a company called Limex Dynamics. They recently demonstrated a group of 18 humanoid robots that were placed inside shipping containers. Without any human assistance, the containers opened, and the robots stood up, oriented themselves, and began walking out in formation. This wasn't a pre-programmed sequence with manual control. It was fully autonomous coordination. The robots moved together like a team, avoiding collisions and maintaining formation as they exited the containers and continued forward. The technology behind this is called COSA, or the Cognitive Operating System of Agents. Instead of treating each robot as an independent unit, COSA connects them into a shared system where they can perceive their environment, make decisions, and coordinate actions in real time. It's almost like giving multiple robots a collective intelligence. This is a huge step forward because it moves us away from the idea of single-purpose machines and toward coordinated robotic systems that can handle complex tasks together. In industries like manufacturing, logistics, and construction, this could dramatically increase efficiency and flexibility. Imagine a factory where dozens of humanoid robots work together seamlessly, adapting to changes and solving problems without constant human intervention. At the same time, robotics is expanding into areas that go beyond physical labor. In Denmark, a humanoid robot named Ida has entered the world of creativity by designing a futuristic pod-style house intended for both humans and robots. This might sound like a niche experiment, but it represents something much bigger. Artificial intelligence is no longer limited to calculations and repetitive tasks. It's starting to participate in creative processes like design and architecture. This raises fascinating questions about the future of human-machine collaboration. If robots can think, build, and create, how will our roles evolve alongside them? And then, there's the most ambitious direction of all: space. A Chinese company called Engine AI is developing a humanoid robot known as PM01, designed to function as a robotic astronaut. Space is one of the most challenging environments imaginable, with extreme temperatures, radiation, and the absence of gravity. Sending humans into these conditions is not only expensive, but also incredibly risky. Robots, on the other hand, don't require oxygen, don't experience fatigue, and can operate continuously. The idea is to use humanoid robots for tasks like repairing space stations, conducting experiments, and exploring environments that would be too dangerous for humans. If this vision becomes reality, it could transform how we approach space exploration, making it safer and more efficient. Back on Earth, another breakthrough is changing how robots stay connected. A humanoid robot called Tian Kung has successfully demonstrated direct communication with a low Earth orbit satellite without relying on ground-based networks. This means the robot can operate in remote areas where traditional communication infrastructure doesn't exist. It can send and receive data in real time, even in environments like disaster zones or isolated regions. This kind of connectivity turns robots into truly independent systems, capable of functioning almost anywhere on the planet. Finally, we have to look at the bigger picture, which is scale. Innovation is important, but for technology to have a real impact, it needs to be produced and deployed at scale. China is rapidly expanding its manufacturing capabilities for humanoid robots, building specialized factories and increasing production capacity. Companies are already shipping thousands of units, and the global market is growing quickly. As production increases, costs are expected to decrease, making these robots more accessible and practical for widespread use. When you combine advanced design, coordinated systems, global connectivity, and large-scale production, you get something much bigger than individual breakthroughs. You get a transformation. So what does all of this mean for the future? It means we are entering a new phase of robotics, where machines are no longer limited to controlled environments. They can adapt to complex situations, work together as teams, and operate across different environments, from land and water to air, and even space. This is not just about building better robots. It's about redefining what robots are, and how they fit into our world. The line between science fiction and reality is becoming thinner every day, and we are witnessing that transition in real time. Now the question is, where does this lead us? In the next 5 years, will humanoid robots become a normal part of our daily lives? Will they assist us in our homes, workplaces, and cities? Or will they completely reshape industries and redefine how work is done. And perhaps the biggest question of all is which country will lead this transformation. China is clearly moving fast, but the global race is far from over. Let me know what you think in the comments, because this is a conversation worth having. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay ahead of what's coming next in AI and technology, make sure you subscribe to Verve AI. Because what we're seeing today is just the beginning, and the future is moving faster than most people realize. I'll see you in the next one.